Hey, 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 you guys. It's Christina Dukes, your success manifestation coach here. Happy Thursday. Happy first day of summer. Happy summer solstice. What's up, guys? I missed you all. I hope that you all had an awesome week. We're gonna do like a pretty cool Facebook Live tonight. We're gonna keep it short, sweet, and simple. I have a client right after this, so I wanted to do this live to teach you guys how we can use this wonderful summer solstice energy to manifest in our lives, whether that's in our business, our relationships, and our life purpose. So it is a perfect time. So for those of you that this is your first time attending one of my lives, my name is Christina Dukes. I am a law of attraction, money mindset, and business coach. And I work with women in the corporate space that are looking to redefine their brands outside of corporate as coaches, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers. So if that sounds like you are in the right place. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Hit me in the comment box where you guys tuning in live from. And how was your day? Okay, you guys, it's supposed to be like the first day of summer, but it was like tsunami rain here in Chicago. It was super crazy. Hey, Marlene, I'm glad you found the live. Yes, we live stream right into the Facebook group, and you guys can always catch the lives as well on replay if you miss it. We were supposed to do a live yesterday, but it was a long day, and I said, you know what, I'm going to use this time and this energy to capitalize on summer solstice, teach everybody how to use this energy, how to manifest with this energy, so you guys can have more, have what you want, whether in your lives, in your business, and love, whatever it is, whatever area you're trying to manifest in right now. So in this group, we talk about law of attraction, business, and spirituality. So for those of you that are new to the law of attraction, it basically means like is attracting like. So what we're putting out is what we're getting back. And so we're really, in the practice of mastering law of attraction, are learning and wanting to master ourselves. So self-mastery is one of the most unique gifts, yet challenging gifts, because it requires lots of discipline, and strategy in order to do that. Hey, Miss Antoinette, I got your email. I will reply to you. So sorry I didn't get to do it today. You're on my list, and I will get to you by tomorrow morning and reply to you. Where are you guys tuning in from? Those of you that are on our live, I'd love to learn where you're tuning in from. So if this is, again, your first time attending one of our lives, we're going to do a teaching, and tonight our teaching is about the summer solstice and how to use this magical energy to manifest. Time permitting, because like I said, I have a client after our live tonight. We will pull angel cards from the Doreen Virtues Archangel Oracle cards. I just find that these it's just they're really helpful in kind of giving us some direction. And it's kind of interesting because when I pulled cards for people in our lives, it's exactly what's going on in their lives. It gives them some direction about, where they're going, what they're wanting to do. And you know what, you guys, if you ever need someone to talk to or to reach out to, I do offer, it's not on my website, but I can do an angel card reading with you one-on-one, so we kind of figure out what's going on, what direction does God want you to take. I'm very intuitive, so it can help you get a lot of direction in where you're going. Ms. Antoinette, absolutely, you can have an angel card. So time permitting, after our teaching tonight, we will pull angel cards. How was everybody's week? Was it a little bit draining? I met a lot of people who are completely feeling totally drained. Has anyone else been feeling that? I got my lemon water here, you guys, so bear with me because I was kind of sleepy today too. And then it was raining, and I stayed up all last night, so no judgment. Where you guys tuning in from? How was your week? What's up? What's going on? So let's jump into this teaching about summer solstice. So Antoinette says it was draining, but she was pushing. Aren't we all, girlfriend? You got to keep it going, right? If there's nothing else to do. So summer solstice and how we can use this magical energy to manifest. So I'm sure when you guys got up today, you guys saw like all of these probably posts and different things about, oh, it's summer solstice. And you're probably like, what the heck does that mean? Why do I care? Why is it important to me? Well, generally, summer solstice symbolizes the first day of summer. So it's June 21st. Marlene said she was drained too. Yeah, like has to be something planetary going on. And of course, you can have an angel card, time permitting. Yeah, so it symbolizes the first day of summer. So summer solstice, like you've probably seen like lots of posts and things like that online about it. So I'm going to give you some background about summer solstice, what it is, what you need to be focused on right now in order to manifest what you really do want, whether that's in your business, in your relationships, money, whatever it is. Like, I'm going to give you guys some stuff that you need to kind of focus on and think about, okay? So first, let's talk about the word solstice, okay? So the word solstice is derived from sun. So sol in Spanish, I believe, means sun. And sistere means standing still. So typically for about 3 days, the sun appears to stop in its track and just kind of hold still. So that's like the symbolism of the summer solstice. So a little bit of background on summer solstice. People are right now at Stonehenge in England having their own celebration for the summer solstice. They've been doing this for thousands of years, okay? Hey, Miss Andrea, good to see you as well. The summer solstice even goes back to ancient Egypt, where it actually, the summer solstice coincided with the first phase of the Nile's flooding, marking the Egyptian New Year. In ancient China, they celebrated the switch from yang to yin energy for the next half year, summer solstice. The Romans honored the goddess Vesta, which is one of astrology's asteroids, with their Vestalia solstice soiree. And finally, the Greeks honored Cronus, or Saturn, the god of agriculture, at their solstice Cronia festival, where slaves and free people feasted as equals for a day. So it's kind of interesting. Hey, Miss Anissa, kind of interesting how summer solstice kind of, you know, like today in Chicago, it rained like so heavily, but then like all of the trees seem to like have grown almost like overnight. So it's a symbolism of like agriculture, of fertility, of, you know, water, you know, all these wonderful things. So I don't know if like you guys have ever seen like, you know, Beyonce wears, and she's my girl, that's one of my favorite girls, but she, you know, like you see people wearing these like flower crowns and things like that. That's a symbol of the summer solstice. Yeah, so a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's a pagan holiday, blah, 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 blah. We can go on and on and on about what these things symbolize, but, you know, Christmas symbolizes the winter solstice. Easter symbolizes the spring equinox. So this stuff has kind of been embedded into our culture, although a lot of times a lot of us have not really researched it and kind of delved deep into what we're actually celebrating. So tonight we're just going to talk about the summer solstice and why it's important to you. Hey, brah, good to see you again too. So the solstice is a good day to basically balance male and female energies. Hey, Miss Angela, male and female energies. That's what this day is all about. Balance the male and female energies. So in astrology, the sun is associated with masculine principles. The Cancer zodiac sign, which we are now have transitioned into Cancer in the zodiac, symbolizes the feminine principle and is governed by the emotional moon. Okay, so emotions are going to be heavy right now. You know, it's just a time of everything kind of just pouring out. You may feel extra emotional, extra drained, as some of you guys have said. So we're all born, obviously, male and female, but we are not born masculine or feminine. So we all both have masculine and feminine energies within us. So we already have masculine and feminine energies within us, yet we may not be fully aware of what this looks like. So what's masculine energy? So I took notes, you guys, so we can be very streamlined and to the point and wrap it up. So masculine energy is symbolized as being independent, analytical, representing our left brain. When it's used properly, it is creative, practical, and visionary. When masculine energy is misused, it can end in ego, anger, resentment, and inner conflict that disconnects our minds from our bodies. Hey, Miss Leanna. So what is feminine energy? So feminine energy is intelligent, loving energy that contains the quality of our intuition, compassion, emotion, empathy, and truth. When you are strong in your feminine energy, you have a strong connection to your body and intuition, and you are able to make decisions based on what you feel in your heart. So for the number of you that have done, I have this assessment that I do called a love and life assessment. So one of the metrics that we use in that to kind of align people with their purpose is their personality type. So some of you have what's called an F personality type. So the two sides of that are the thinkers and the feelers. So that's like the best mechanism of masculine and feminine energy I can describe. I'm an F, so I go through life based on how I feel. There are some people who go on life based on logic, right? Like, oh, well, if A is B, then logically this must be this. But for me, I like to use logic, but for me, I like to like feel the vibes more and see how I vibe things and you know, how it feels to me. So that's generally how I tend to make my decisions because I'm an F personality type, okay? So I have more feminine energy, okay? So feminine energy is receptive. It's right-brained energy. Yet, if we are too much in our feminine, we can come across as weak and lose our personal power, which can I get a wave of hands of people, if you've done the assessment with me and you have an F personality type, or you feel like, you know what, I go through life based on how I feel. And this has been one of my biggest struggle, vulnerable moment, is losing my personal power or seeming weak because I care too much or, you know, just, I don't know, just being too emotional or too involved in things. And then there's other people that are just like, girl, just move on or just, you know, cut, you know, just do it like this. And for me, it's a huge struggle because I have a lot of feminine energy and people can perceive you as being like weak or like I just said, losing your personal power. How many of us have given our power away to the wrong people before? It's happened to the best of us. So in my life, I would definitely say on my journey of self-mastery, that has been one of the greatest lessons or the biggest things for me is balancing that so that I don't give my power away, because then I end up upset and, you know, why am I being walked all over? And I know I'm not a weak person. It's just because the balance of masculine and feminine energy, I just tend to have more feminine energy. So we get walked over. It is what it is. It's been a journey for me to master this, to not give my power away, okay? So a lot of us have that, okay? How many of us have ever given our power away? It's happened to the best of us, okay? It is what it is. So once you begin to understand that having some sort of energetic balance between the masculine and feminine energy, it brings you into wholeness, okay? Your softness and strength will push you into a positive direction in your life. In order to strike this balance, you have to remember that every male has inner feminine energy and every female has inner masculine energy. So it's about like, how do we balance these two things so you can still care, but still like get stuff done and do what you need to do, right? So why is this all important? Okay, I feel like you're probably saying like, okay, masculine, feminine energy, like who cares? Like, why is this even important in my business? Why does this matter in my personal life? Like, why is this important? Like, who cares, right? But hear me out. When a man or woman denies their feminine energy, and they may substitute the lack of warmth that they feel in themselves for ambition, attainment, and accomplishment, and live a life guided too much by the mind, right? Like we all know people that only make decisions based on their mind, based on what logic is. And they can forget to be compassionate. They can forget that we're humans. They can, like some of us have bosses that are like that, or you know, maybe clients or spouses that are like that, that are not as emotional or caring. So everything has to be in alignment. While the rational side of thinking does have its place, without heart, it becomes harsh, cold, and critical. How many of you guys can like relate to that? So when a man or a woman denies their masculine energy, they can have trouble standing their ground or making decisions. How many of us have had issues standing our ground with people, or just decision making in life, like just saying, I'm going to do this and this is what I'm going to do and that's what's going to happen. So your inner female feminine energy may request more self-nurturing. Okay, so you may have to create more self-care time, more me time, more focus on yourself time. So it requires more self-nurturing time, which increases the loving relationship you have with your body and mind. So self-care is taking care of that female energy to just woo-saw when we meditate or we pray or we light our candles or we take our salt baths or we disconnect or we go on sabbatical. These things are important because they're self-nurturing the female energy that we have. If we're tuning into our masculine side, we need to be more direct, whether at work, in our business, in our personal relationships, or speak up about relationship issues that have been weighing us down for a while. So a lot of us, I mean, like that's something like I've gone through too. Like you don't want to speak up or say anything or rock the boat, or, you know, like we've all been there before. And so when we are, you know, in tune with our masculine energy, we will be more direct. We will stand up for ourselves. We will discuss things that have been bothering us versus us just overthinking it, keeping it to ourselves, holding it inside, holding that energy inside. I even look at crying as a process of energy release. Hey, Miss Valerie. So when you think about it, how are we releasing this energy? A lot of times people bottle up their emotions. They bottle up how they feel. They know they don't, you know, they're not feeling something anymore, and then they don't say anything, right? So they hold everything inside until it just blows up, right? Like, so we got to learn how to like check our emotions too, right? Without being too emotional. So we need to have these healthy processes in order to release a lot of this, you know, more feminine energy, as well as balancing it with the masculine energy. By gaining awareness of each energy that's within us, the masculine and the feminine, we can begin to create mindfulness and live an authentic life. A lot of us are not living an authentic life. And do you know why? Because some of us won't stand up for ourselves. Some of us can't make decisions. Some of us won't make the decision. Some of us are just like, oh, well, I'm, you know, and I'm like this too. I'm not feeling this right now, or I'll do it when I feel like it, or and these things can really hold us back because it can make us procrastinators. We don't get things done. You know, we're not showing up in our businesses like we want to. So we need to have a complete balance with this female and the masculine energy. Female energy, caring, compassion; male energy, analytical, decision-making, direct, okay? Our energy is so powerful. And if we start to play around with it, we can begin to connect back to who we really are, regardless of external pressures or societal norms. I want to read you guys this quote that I saw on Instagram today. Let me pull it out of my phone really quick. And it said, "Your dreams need energy to make them come true." I'll say that again. Your dreams need energy to make them come true. So having dreams is great. Like feeling like, oh, I'm going to be successful or I should be successful is great. Having these feelings and thoughts is awesome. But what energy are you going to put into it? What sacrifice are you going to make? What time are you going to invest in it? Having a dream and using law of attraction, a lot of us are like, okay, well, I just want to use law of attraction to just win the lottery. Well, you still have to go out and actually play the lottery and make the decision to invest money. Or if you want to start a business, to actually go and invest in the business and making the proper decisions in a business, because just starting a business and having a ton of products and they're not branded correctly for your ideal target audience, or you don't have the business strategy to succeed. A lot of us are starting businesses and we're just kind of, you know, out there in the sea just hoping that we hit something. But you can be very strategic about the things that you're doing in your life. And especially with us, because a lot of us in this group are spiritually based entrepreneurs, or whether we have or have not started our businesses yet, a lot of us want to incorporate, you know, that spiritual side of us in everything that we're doing. And that's awesome. But the bigger question is, are we branding that and packaging that in a way that people are receptive to buying our products and services? Have we invested in our website? Does it look good? Have we invested in branding and marketing and strategy? Because a lot of times our ideal clients aren't buying from us because our brand is not positioned in a way that makes them want to buy. Now remember this, people buy from you because they know, they like, and they trust you, okay? So if people don't know who you are, they don't like you, and they don't trust you, they're probably not going to buy your products. But the way that we gain people's trust and their likability is because they relate to us. Like a lot of my clients that have hired me, that work with me to build their brands, they see something in me that triggers something in themselves. Like they feel connected to me. Like, wow, like, you know, Christina is like my spiritual bestie and my business bestie because I relate to her. I can connect with her. She reminds me of myself. So a lot of my clients that I'm meeting, and even when I hear their stories, I'm like, this is so interesting because this sounds like my story too. So a lot of times we're connecting in that way. So with your customers that you're wanting to buy from you, whether it's a product or a service, are you connecting in that way? Because people buy people. You know, you can have all these products, but if you don't have a personal brand behind those products, it's going to be quite challenging to, you know, sell in that environment. Even think about, I think someone who's done an awesome job with branding and marketing. If you guys know them, they're called Fashion Nova. Hit me in the comment box or hearts, likes if you guys have heard of like Fashion Nova. They use celebrities to sell their products because you relate to those celebrities. So you can see yourself in those celebrities. You want to dress like them. You know them. You like them. You trust them. You want to be like them. So ideally, they have those people market their products so that you can buy those products from them, right? So with Fashion Nova, they may not necessarily be, you know, have this like quote unquote personal brand or one specific person behind it, but they definitely know who their demographic is, and they're having that demographic, which is the celebrities that you know, like, and trust and follow, to sell you these products, right? So think about it like this, like Rihanna went out and started a makeup brand. If we didn't know Rihanna started the makeup brand, we may or may not have bought it, right? But because she has a solid personal brand, we can relate to her. We want a piece of her. We want to be like her. You know, we may not necessarily want to exactly be like her, but we relate to her. So we want to buy products from her because we know that, you know, so we see something in us that's like her. So, hey, Neenah, that's my next door neighbor and also one of my business besties too. Yeah, so Fashion Nova is a company that's doing an amazing, exceptional job at marketing. They're marketing their products to you using celebrities that you already follow. And because we want to look like these people, and we may not 100% want to look like them, but we like their sense of style. We trust them as style icons. They have positioned to use them to sell products to you, okay? So they have done a phenomenal job. So remember that in balancing this energy, our energy is important, okay? So if we start playing around with our energy, which is the, you know, compassion, but also balancing that with decision making, okay? We can begin to connect with who we are, because then we learn to stand in our truth and who we truly are. So many people spin their wheels for so long trying to figure out, how do I run a successful business? How do I, do these things? How do I do this? How do I do this? Why not just stop spinning your wheels and get someone to help you, right? Like if you want to go and get your oil changed on your car, you could go on YouTube and look up videos and spend all day being a cheapskate, right? Or you could just go out and hire someone to change your oil, right? So you got to think about it in this way, is that sometimes you have to acknowledge that what you don't know is what you don't know, right? So I always say, go out and get the help that you do need, so that way you can get ahead in the game, okay? That's all it's about, is getting ahead in the game, working smarter and not harder, okay? So when we connect with who we really are, we're in tune with ourselves, regardless of what society says, regardless of what external pressures we have from people. We are true to ourselves. Now think about it like this, right? Like I went to school. I have an MBA in leadership and organizational development. And then I have an MBA with another concentration in HR, licensed realtor, certified life coach. I like angel cards and crystals and candles. And isn't this pretty, you guys? I got this on Amazon, but isn't this gorgeous? And it smells divine. So I love little things like this. Like these are things that are important to me and my brand. So like, who would have ever thought that I could have been able to create a platform where that would be embraced? And here I am with you guys, here's hanging out on a Thursday night, and I've created a business model out of all these things that are authentic to me. So I had to be authentic with myself to say, you know what? No more hiding, no more like hiding this stuff that I like. I'm just gonna put it all out there. The right people for you will connect with that. So you have to be authentic. And that is the perfect balance of the female and the male energy, okay? So in combining the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, remember the Chinese use the summer solstice as a symbol of transitioning from the yin to the yang. We're able to bring the balance that we need back into our lives and trust our emotions and mental states. That helps us step into personal flow. When you are in personal flow, you are unstoppable, okay? Because I'm going to use Beyonce as an example again. She's feminine energy, right? But she's a businesswoman. I'm sure you couldn't get much past her, right? But she's still a feminine woman. She shows up in her femininity. Her femininity sells. But when it comes to being a businesswoman, I'm pretty sure she's all over it, because she and her husband together have become billionaires, right? They've attained billionaire status. So in our lives, we have to think about, how do we balance this energy where we can still show up and be authentic of who we are, but also get stuff done and be strategic business people. Because I don't care what your business model is. I don't care how passionate you are about what you're doing, whether it's non-for-profit, for-profit, service, product, whatever it is, okay? If you are not a strong business person, that is going to make or break you. And if you're not strong as a business person, hire someone to teach you how to become a stronger business person. A lot of times people aren't buying from us because the foundational piece is not there, which is that we're confident in our businesses, we know what we're doing, and we have the strong business background and foundation to back it up, right? So you've got to have these processes in place. You've got to have your branding in place. It's great to have awesome branding and different things like this, but if you're not a good business person, it is going to make you or break you. Let me say that again. I don't care what you are doing or what you are selling. If you are not a good business person, it is going to make you or break you. Understood? Love you. So right now in this time of solstice energy, summer solstice, the first day of summer, there are three things that are most important. So there's three elements that are most important to you right now in this time. And they are fire, earth, and water. Okay, so remember, solstice represents the sun. We talked about soul, sun. So that's fire, earth, and water, because we're in a period of Cancer. So fire, to do something to celebrate fire is like honoring the sun. So you can burn some candles. Some people have prayer candles. I love candles because I think like not only do they like smell really good, they create nice ambiance in your environment and in your household. You can burn some sage. A lot of us need to cleanse some of this like negative energy off of us. Burn incense. So right now a good element to focus on is fire. So whether that's candle, burning sage, or if you have a Himalayan light, or, you know, barbecue, okay? For all I care, we need to get some of that fire element going. You can also create like what I call like a little altar of light. And basically what a little altar of light is just basically get you a candle, get you a piece of paper, write on that candle everything you're grateful for in your life, everything that, you know, just extend gratitude, okay? And put that gratitude list on top of your candle and keep it going. Every day when you pass that candle, remember that list that you wrote about things that you're grateful for. I think a lot of times we tend to forget that we have so many blessings in our lives, and we focus on everything that is not going right. We tend to focus on, oh, this is not perfect, that's not perfect, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, and we forget to give gratitude for the things that we do have. You know, something simple that we could give gratitude for tonight. Some people are like, I don't know what to be grateful for. Well, you have internet, you're watching me, you have a phone that you're probably on right now, you probably have a job, right? You're not homeless. Like there's something that you could actually be thankful for, you know, like there's so many things that you could actually just be thankful for. So don't give up. Don't sit down saying, I have nothing to be thankful for, I have nothing to be grateful for, because all you're gonna do is produce more of that energy, not having anything to be grateful for. So find something. One of the practices that I do on a daily basis, and I think I told you guys about this last time, I got this really cool notebook, and I actually did this today. 6/21, I wrote a list of 20 things I love about myself. So this is a great way to kind of like start the energy for the day and get things going. On the back of it, I wrote 3 things I'm grateful for today. So there's so much to be thankful for. There's things that you have to learn to love about yourself. If you don't learn to love yourself, if you don't learn to take care of yourself, if you don't learn to appreciate yourself, then who is going to? So remember, we talked about that balance of female and male energy. You don't want to be walked all over, so you have to know why you appreciate yourself. So when other people bring you crap, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your business, whether it's at your job, in your family, you're not going to stand for it, and you're going to stand up, right? You can be all nice as you want to, but you have to learn to stand up for yourself and first learn to appreciate you. So the next element we talked about was earth. Remember how I said, like, you see all these people wearing these like flower crowns? That's a symbol of the summer solstice, sorry. So go out, buy yourself some flowers. I have this awesome bamboo plant on my desk. Buy yourself a plant. Go plant some flowers. Buy some potpourri. I think those are like dried flowers, right? Put some rose petals in your salt bath. Put some lemons or oranges in a flower vase. Go buy yourself a flower crown, darn it. Okay, like, you know, people do these Instagram things with the flower crown, symbol of summer solstice. That's what it represents, okay? The final element that we talked about was water, because it symbolizes the Cancer zodiac that we're in right now. So you can go swimming, drink some lemon water like me. Oh my God, you guys. This is like the greatest water in the world. It's called Acqua Panna. It's from Italy. It's Italian spring water. I order a case of this at a time on Amazon. I think it is the world's greatest water. It is so delicious. Go buy yourself some fancy water. It's so tasty. So drink some lemon water. There's so many little things you can do to bring this element of water in. Go take a salt bath, a cleansing bath. Just imagine all that negative energy moving off of you. You don't have time for it. Don't have that. Go to the beach. They have salt water in the ocean. Go to the beach. Go to a lake, a river. Go swimming. Put your feet in some water. Go get a pedicure. Bring some water energy into your life, okay? So from an astrological standpoint, okay, this summer solstice represents a couple things, okay? So beyond these elements that we talked about, the summer solstice is revealing new wisdom to us. So I want you to do me a favor between now and the weekend. Leanna said, oh, Anissa, I'm grateful for meeting you too, darling. Thank you so much. I miss our chats. Hey, Miss Leanna, she says she's burning her bamboo candle now. Yes, girl. So summer solstice is revealing some new wisdom to you guys, okay? So I want you to start paying attention to your dreams. There will be symbols and signs that you're going to be seeing, and that is God's way of telling you that the universe is communicating with you, okay? So God and the universe are communicating with you right now through dreams, symbols, and signs, okay? Important questions I have for you are, what in your life needs balance? If you don't have your notebook handy, go and grab it, or make sure you watch this replay. But what in your life needs balance right now? Are you running? Do you not create time for yourself? Are you making time for yourself? Do you need a vacation? Do you need to go on sabbatical? Do you need more rest? We all need more rest, right? Yes. What needs nurturing in your life? What needs nurturing in your life? Does your business need nurturing? Do your finances need nurturing? Do your relationships need nurturing? Does your spiritual life need nurturing? What needs nurturing? Is it you that needs the nurturing in your life? Next question is, what decisions do you need to make? Like, a lot of times, a lot of us are spinning our wheels on stuff and we won't make a decision because we're creating all these excuses. It's not the right time, or this won't happen, or that won't happen, or I don't know. I'm just waiting till I feel it. Marlene said everything she's a mess right now. Can totally relate. I've been a mess before too. But let me tell you guys something. I did a training before on Google Calendar, greatest tool ever. And it helped me balance my life so much, okay? Helps me stay organized. I have my nail appointments in there, hair appointments in there, massages, facials, gym time, client time, reading time, business building time. And the final question is, what actions do you need to take? Like, what have you been putting off that you know you need to get done? Like, this is the time. Like, literally sit down with this notebook that you have, get your pen, and figure out, what do I need to do right now? If you don't know what to do, a lot of times, we're spinning our wheels. Maybe it is you need to talk to someone. Life can be challenging, and sometimes, we are telling our friends or our family or people who really don't care about what's going on with us. And so I was talking to a girlfriend of mine who recently became a client of mine, and we were having a conversation, and I was telling her, listen, girl, I only take advice from people that I pay. If I haven't paid you, I may not take your advice, because I want to know that I'm making some level of investment and I want a return on my investment, right? And so if I want good advice, I am going to take that time and make that investment and make that sacrifice to pay for that advice. So for some of you, maybe it's that you need to talk to someone. Maybe you need a different strategy for your business or in relationships. Maybe you need to hire a life coach or a business coach or a law of attraction coach. Maybe you need to go to therapy. Maybe you do need some counseling. Maybe you and your partner need some counseling. I want you to really kind of think outside of that box and think to yourself, what actions do I need to take? What decisions in my life do I need to make? Right now we're in this cycle where it's sort of like either we're going to evolve or what's been happening in your life is going to continue repeating itself. How many of us have used law of attraction to manifest money, and we are in this cycle where it's like, okay, if it's not one thing, it's another. I keep going through this cycle over and over again. As soon as I dig myself out of this, I'm back in this again. I want to be, debt free, but then I keep attracting more debt. Do I have blockages? What's going on? So now is that time that you need to make a firm decision with yourself. What actions are you going to take? What decisions do you need to make? Because either you make the decision and you do something, or you continue going through this. That is going to be your choice, right? A number of you have met with me and, you know, have talked with me, and I've tried to give you as much strategy as possible. But it's up to you to make the decision to say, you know, I'm finally going to invest in myself. And a big question a lot of times that people struggle with around investing with themselves is it worth it? But my bigger question to you is, do you feel that you're worth it? We invest in the exterior all the time. We invest in makeup and hair and clothes and what we drive. But how many of us invest in our mindset? How many of us invest in ourselves? How many of us have actually taken that step to hire that coach or get that therapy that we need, because we know we need to stop going through a cycle and it can't continue? How long will you continue going through this cycle, right? Whether it's a cycle of lack or feeling insecure or feeling low self-worth or low self-esteem, how long will you go through this cycle before you realize it is you that has to make the change? It is not about anything on the outside changing. It's about you balancing that male and female energy, making the decision that I need the nurturing. I'm the one who needs to take care of me. And you'll see it externally. Everything else around you will begin to come into flow once you make that decision that it is you who must change. It is not your clients. It is not your spouse. It is not your kids. It is not that job. It is you. And you have to invest in yourself to go to that next level. Melissa, one of my awesome clients here, she says, yes, invest in yourself. She's a firm believer in investing. She has seen the return on investment from investing in herself. You know, today she had a huge breakthrough. We sent out her email newsletter and she had a 50% view rate, which is awesome. And she hit me up and said, girl, this is the greatest thing ever. But do you know what that means? That out of her email list, 50% of people have seen her content. They have seen what she has to offer. They like what she has. So you guys, you've got to invest. You've got to make sure that you are putting yourself out there. The smelling the money. Sammy said she saw my smelling the money video. Yes, smelling money works. Absolutely it works. But it's really about releasing the tension around the lack of not having money. When we smell the money, it's like, oh, wow, like it's supposed to release some of that anxiety that we have around, why is this not happening? Why am I not manifesting? Why? A lot of times I tell you guys, like Genesis in the Bible is like one of the greatest law of attraction manuals for me, because it says God spoke to the void and said, let there be light, and then there was. Okay, and then he moved on. It didn't say he micromanaged, he worried, he got stressed out, he had an anxiety attack, he tripped out, he got upset, he got angry, he threw it all out. You got to remember that everything that you want in your life, you're going to have to make firm decisions and be strategic about what you want. But worrying about it, when in the world has worrying ever solved any problems? When in the world has worrying ever done anything except create more worry? Hey, Yvonne, girl, you got to catch the replay. We've been talking about some awesome stuff here. But releasing that energy, that's what the smelling money is about. It's about releasing that anxiety, because we sometimes get stressed out about all the wrong things. I always say to people, especially when it comes to the manifesting money part, and they're like, oh, I got to get out of this debt, blah, blah, blah. Do you stay up at night worrying about Capital One, American Express, whoever you have credit cards with? Do you feel like they stay up at night worrying about you? Probably not, okay? That's why they have bad debt write-off. So I'm not saying don't pay your bills, but what I'm saying is that sometimes we're worried about the wrong things. And we look at ourselves and like, how do I create more money? What am I going to do? I have so many calls with people that are like, I just want to manifest more money. And I'm like, great. Well, how do you intend to do it? I don't know. I'm 37 and I've never heard of money falling out of the sky. There's some action that you're going to have to take to make it happen. So if you know you want to win money playing the lottery, then you need to take an action, which is to buy a lottery ticket or be consistent about how you play the lottery, right? Or if you want to start that business, sitting around at home saying, I have a gift and talent is not going to make you start a business. Think about it like this. Like a lot of people, and girl, again, my girl B, because she's such a great example of talent and businesswoman. You know, a lot of people can sing. A lot of people have the ability to sing. Some people say, oh, Beyonce can't sing, you know, if she wasn't light skinned, and, you know, they say all kinds of just negative things. But the girl has to work her butt off while you're sitting at home saying, oh, I have this gift, people don't appreciate me. She's busting her butt. So let me tell you this, when it comes to business, the only thing that is real is the hustle. If you're not going to hustle, it's not going to fall in your lap. There's things you're going to have to do to get up and go and make it happen. If you want that dream job, maybe there's investments you need to make in a new resume. Maybe you need to take a class. Maybe you need to enhance your educational skills in order to create the extra income that you need. A lot of times it's just not going to fall out of the sky. I mean, if anyone has heard of money falling out of the sky, just let me know where that has happened so I can just move there and just live in all this abundance, right? You have got to work for it if you want it. You know, I was talking to a friend yesterday and she was saying, you know, I want more money. I want to start a business, but I'm not willing to work more hours. I already have a 9 to 5. And it was like, well, then this is probably not for you. Let me tell you something about entrepreneurship. You have to be willing to put in that work if you want the results. You, as an entrepreneur, you may not have a boss where you clock into at 9 to 5, but your boss at this point is going to be your clients. You're going to want to show up for them and give them great value if you want them to continue investing in you or to give you testimonials and say that you've done a great job. So if you're this like, oh, I just want to work 9 to 5, but I don't want a job. I don't want to work for anyone. I want to be an entrepreneur. Well, just because you start a business doesn't mean people are going to buy from you. Just because you start a business or have a product or create a t-shirt or a cup or a mug or you know, a beauty product doesn't mean people are just going to buy from you. It requires hustle. The hustle is the part that people don't want to do. Remember this. Damon John, who's on Shark Tank, started off selling t-shirts out of his trunk. The only thing that is real is the hustle. What are you willing to do? What actions are you willing to take? This is a time to know, seek, speak, love, will, feel, and be. You need to be authentic in this season, okay? About who you are. Stand up for yourself. Put the work in if you want the results, right? In this time, you may have to distance yourself a bit so you can realize a lot. Take time to pray, meditate. Today is a day to step back a bit and regroup yourself so you can figure out how you need to move forward. How do you need to move forward? If we're always on the go, 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 how will we know what we need to do? So sometimes we do have to take a step back so we can figure out how to charge forward. Think about it like a rubber band. You pull it back, it creates the resistance so we can skyrocket forward, right? So sometimes you gotta kind of stop for a second, okay? Just stop for 1 second. You know, like a lot of people have businesses and different things. So I'm not saying like, okay, don't show up in your business, but maybe you pull back on the amount of live you're doing for a little bit so you can create a better strategy, right? Because we're trading time for dollars. So if you're always on go, 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 I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm over there, I'm over there, you're just gonna burn yourself out. And when you burn out, that's what creates these illnesses and stress and different things. And I don't want that for you. I'm sure you don't want that for yourself. And if you don't learn how to balance your life now as a full-time entrepreneur, it's going to be even more challenging, okay? How much will that dream cost you? And are you willing to pay the price? Absolutely, Lynette. So sometimes you need to stop, recharge, then return wiser and clearer with a solid plan to manifest your dreams. If you don't know how to create this plan to manifest your dreams, if you're confused, you're spinning your wheels about it, I can help you. I'm here. I'm a business law of attraction, money mindset coach. Maybe I'm the investment that you need to make. I'm going to drop a link in the comment box for my breakthrough strategy session. Now, this session is really awesome. And just one moment, and then we're going to get back into our teaching. But this session is really awesome because it helps you to really get a clear roadmap about how to manifest these desires. A lot of times we're trying to figure it out on our own, and you really just need an outside person who is solution oriented, who knows how to create strategy to help you achieve your dreams, help you create this roadmap that you need so you can go forward. You guys, right now, up until I think June 30th is the last day. My strategy sessions are $327. I already have a payment plan in here. I'm going to drop it in the link. Okay, there's no excuse why you cannot get started. Okay, and secure this in. Okay, so listen, you guys, you don't have to always be on the go. Okay, today is a day for you to shift in neutral so you can see where you need to make your next turn. Spinning your wheels and trying to figure it out. How many of us have set New Year's resolutions and we are at the same place that we were 5 years ago? How many of us have had these same dreams 5 years ago and we have yet to do anything? I am not yelling at you. I have been there before, okay? I understand how it feels to procrastinate or not get things done. I have been there. But I have this saying, which is high achievers hire achievers to get stuff done. You can't be the accountant, the tax preparer. You can't be your hairstylist, brand strategist, all these things. Now, there are some people who can do it all. Great, more power to you. But the average person can't do it all alone. You need someone on your team. And expecting your friends to be your accountability partners or your family to be your support system, sometimes that is just not going to happen. Vulnerable moment, being very honest. Sometimes it is just not going to happen, okay? So sometimes you need a person in your corner that is your cheerleader, that is giving you straight up strategy that works, okay? How many of us are asking our friends or people who have not achieved their dreams, sharing our dreams with them, and they tell you a million reasons why your dream won't work, or it's giving you a billion reasons why it will never happen? Or, girl, just don't focus on that right now. Focus on something different. Stop taking advice from the wrong people. Take proper advice from the right people. Like I told you guys earlier, I take advice from people I pay. If I pay you for your advice, I will take it, okay? Sometimes this free advice we get from our friends and people around us ain't good advice. All advice is not good advice, right? So in this time right now, strong emotions, desires, and feelings can really bubble up today, okay? So I want you to take the time, even if we get off this call, like hopefully there are some powerful things I've said to you, about, I am not judging. I have been there before, but hopefully there are some powerful things that I have said to you about why are you procrastinating on your dreams. Yvonne said she's preparing up until the next full moon to do some purging and recharging. Amen, girl. Why haven't you purged? A lot of us, the law of attraction, law of attraction doesn't care if you're manifesting money, new clients, relationship. It doesn't care what you're manifesting, right? It just knows, we're manifesting, right? And so whether it is good or bad, we're still manifesting. But if you're wanting to bring the new into your life, you're wanting that new money to show up, new clients, the new relationship, like whatever that is to show up, you have to purge the old. You have to make room for the old, right? Like the Bible says, like pouring new wine into old wineskins. No, you need to purge the old wineskins, get rid of them. Purge your environment, purge your wallet, purge your purse. Get rid of papers you don't need. People hold on to things. We hoard things, and we can't manifest. We keep going through this cycle. We can't figure out why. But I can guarantee you a lot of times when we're struggling with finances or different things, our house is a mess. Our car is a mess. Our purse is a mess. And so, like, how do you intend for all this new energy to come in if you haven't purged the old? Maybe you need to clean your computer up. Maybe you need to clean your phone log off. Maybe you need a new phone number, okay? Maybe you need to clean up your friends list on Facebook, because remember, all that is energy. Everyone's giving off energy. What energy are you allowing around you? You need to be more strategic about it, okay? Nothing personal. It is about you. There's this awesome book I got when I was in Istanbul called The Decision Book. And it's 50 Models for Strategic Thinking. This book was awesome because this book talked about like how to go through your friends list and sort of like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like who to keep connected with and not based on where you are in life right now. And so it was really talking about go through your friends list, see who inspires you, who is at a educational level that coincides with what you want, who's got a career, who's, you know, focused on these things. You know, everyone doesn't need to be your Facebook friend, right? Because I think they give you 5,000 friends, or do you honestly know 5,000 people? So sometimes you need to clear and declutter those things, because those things are holding energetic and vibrational space in your life. So what do you need to clear out and get rid of to make room for the new, okay? What do you need to clean? What do you need to get moving? Sometimes we feel stuck. Just start cleaning something. Start cleaning your wallet, clean your computer, clean whatever, okay? Mess, remember this, clarity creates cash. Clarity creates cash, okay? Clarity creates cash. Chaos creates confusion. So if your life is in confusion and if it's a mess, take a look at your environment, okay? So remind yourself that it is okay to cry. It's okay to cry it out. I look at crying as an energy exchange. It's moving the energy. So if you don't get these emotions out, where are they going to go? They're going to bottle up inside of you, right? Create diseases or stress, right? You don't need that. Whatever it is that, you know, if you're in a tough time, it is okay to cry. It is okay to release and let it go. Crying is an emotional, you know, response to release energy, okay? Pour your heart out until there is nothing left to share. The most important day is the day you decide that you're good enough. It's the day that you set yourself free. So sometimes you got to just let it all go, okay? Sometimes you got to just let it all go. Have a good, ugly cry and get moving, okay? Get it out. Have a good, ugly cry. Things ain't going how you want it to. Have a good, ugly cry. Clean yourself up, and then let's keep going. Let's go forward, okay? It is okay. You need to release those emotions. Allow these feelings to help you cycle into the summer. Don't go crazy running all over the place. You'll accomplish what you want with the right strategy. Create milestones in your life. What do you want over the next 6 months? The year is going to be over in 6 months. What do you want out of these next 6 months? What goals do you have? What expectations do you have? What things do you want to accomplish? Take that time to make those decisions, and what actions do you need to take to get those started? Right now in our world, and you know, like we had here in America, we had a little situation yesterday, and this time, and this is about the balance, remember, masculine and feminine energy, right? Like the masculine energy is just like straightforward, direct, zero compassion, and then this feminine energy is like, no, we should care, right? So right now we're experiencing that in our world, and so the global consciousness in our world is expanding right now. So it's time for us to integrate these masculine and feminine energies so we can all just get along, right? Without being way too emotional or way too harsh. It's about balancing these two things perfectly. Trust that you are brave and answer the call of your soul. And what your soul wants is to be authentic. What your soul wants is to stand up for itself. What your soul wants is to speak and to say what you've got to say, right? But not saying that in a way that's like too emotional, and not saying it in a way that's too harsh. Just the perfect balance, right? Like sugar and spice and everything nice, right? Again, what do you want over the next 6 months of your life? Plan ahead and take decisive actions. Right now in life, this summer solstice is presenting this to us. We're being presented with two choices: evolve or repeat. You're going to have to decide. Are you going to evolve? Are you going to acknowledge that it is you who needs to change? Are you going to acknowledge that something, the way you're doing it, is not working? Or are you going to continue repeating these cycles? Because it's showing up in your finances, it's showing up in your relationships, it's showing up in every aspect of your life. Are you going to keep repeating these cycles? Are you going to be at the same place? A lot of you guys have been following me for years now. Are you going to be at that same place next year that you are this year or you were the year before? That's the decision you're going to have to make. Are you going to evolve? Are you going to take that decisive action and invest in yourself? What is that action you need to do? Are you going to take that decisive action and evolve? Or are you going to repeat this again? That is going to be your choice. You should never be taken for granted, because you deserve to be a person who honors your presence every day. That person that should honor you is you. If you don't honor you, then who's going to honor you? If you don't put yourself first, if you don't put your self-care first, who is going to honor you? I remember yesterday a girlfriend was telling me how she ended up in a financial jam because she was trying to help someone and needed help. And I'm trying to explain to her, abundance is like this cup, right? I have lemon water in here. The overflow is what you can give to others. But if your needs aren't even met already, your bills aren't paid, things aren't taken care of, how can you give anyone out of what you need? You give from the overflow, from the abundance, right? What is what you have that is left over from your needs? Now, yes, sometimes it's good to give, even though you don't have it to give, but to make this a continuous thing, a lot of people are doing it over and over and over again and giving their power away. And they end up in these situations over and over and over again because of the decisions they're making. Now, sometimes when we're thinking about that feminine, nurturing, caring energy, we can get run all over, right? Because if everybody everybody comes to us, oh, I need to borrow $5, I need this, and you know that your stuff is not taken care of, that compassion in you, right, will make you give it all away. Now, when you're sitting outside homeless and confused, you're like, what did I just do? Why do I just give everything away? Well, that is where you need to have that balance of male and female energy. Hey, I can't give you everything, but this is what I can give you. So remember, the abundance is the overflow of. And when your cup runneth over, you give what runneth over from your cup. You need to make sure that you are taken care of. What's in your life needs to be taken care of. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that have said to me, Christina, I was going to work with you. I had the money to work with you. And then this happened or that happened or that happened. You've got to have priorities about what you intend to do in your life, because if you keep procrastinating, you'll constantly keep making excuses as to why you can't do anything or why this can't happen. And it symbolizes to the universe, you're not serious. Okay. So you have to do something to show that you're serious. You got to make a decision. Okay. I want to end this teaching with a quote from T.D. Jakes. And it says, if it doesn't start in a place of love, it won't end in a place of love. If it doesn't start in a place of selflessness, it won't end in a place of selflessness. So I have a question for you. What do you need to do for yourself? We have 6 months left in this year. What do you need to do for yourself? How do you need to honor yourself? Is it investing in yourself? Is it putting yourself first? Is it taking time to declutter your life? What do you need to do? What do you need to do? And that's the question that you're going to have to answer for yourself. I've dropped a link in the comment box. I'll drop it in again for the breakthrough strategy session. I've already created a payment plan to make this achievable for you. And it's not about affordable. It's about achievable for you. Okay. Because you have to decide for yourself, do you feel like you're worth it? I cannot convince you that you're worth investing in yourself. You must believe that you are worth the investment. I know you're worth the investment. God knows that you're worth the investment, but do you believe that you are worth the investment? That is the big question here. So summing up, what actions do you need to take? What decisions do you need to make? Take some time over this weekend or even over the next week to take a step back, recharge yourself, and decide how you will go forward strategically, okay? If you guys enjoyed our live teaching today, can you hit me with some hearts, like, love, comments, give me some feedback. I know it was awesome. You guys, before I do these lives, like I write all these notes. Like I have like, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of notes. So I take my time to like remember, because I want to, you know, I'm a teacher naturally. So I'm going to take my time to research and, you know, share lots of information with you guys and pull it all together. So I'm taking that time to make that investment. I'm not just jumping on a live and just talking out of, excuse my language, but just talking out of my ass. I'm taking time to research so I can give you guys the right information, move you guys in the right direction so we can be strategic about the time that we do spend together. So that's an investment I make for you guys when I go live. So when you come into our lives, I would like for you guys from now on to have your notebook handy, have your pen handy, decide what decisions you're going to make. What do you need to do in your career, or in your business, or in your relationships? Do you need help with branding? I do branding, websites. I do it all for you. It's no reason for you to continue spinning your wheels. You have to believe you're worth it. I can't tell you how many people that I meet that don't even believe they should be investing in their businesses. You should absolutely be investing in your business. What are you afraid of? That you're not worth it? That you won't make that amount in sales? Like a lot of times we're operating in our businesses from this place of fear and lack, and that's why we're not selling like we want to. That's why things aren't showing up the way that we want to. So sometimes we have to take bold actions in order to receive bold results. So I know that Miss Antoinette, let's try to go back up to the top here. I know Miss Antoinette wanted an angel card. Miss Marlene, if anyone else would like an angel card, and again, I'm reading from the Doreen Virtue Archangel Oracle cards. I love these because they just give us so much direction. Like everybody who's been on these lives, like I don't like some of your stories, I know a little bit of background too. And when we pull these cards, I'm like, dang, like this is absolutely on point. And when we pull these cards, I'm like, you know, and I ask people, can you comment and let me know if this is on point for you? Is usually 100% on point about what they're going through. Absolutely. So we'll start off with Miss Antoinette because she asked first. I don't know if she's still in the live, but hopefully she is. So the card that came out for you, Miss Antoinette, is clairvoyance. And it says, I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. All I keep thinking about right now is that T.D. Jakes quote. I want to read it again, which says, if it doesn't start in a place of love, okay, you need to love your money. You need to love your business. You need to love your spouse. You need to first and foremost love yourself, okay? If it doesn't start in a place of love, it won't end in a place of love. If it doesn't start in a place of selflessness, it won't end in a place of selflessness. So our next card is going to be for Miss Marlene, I believe. Speak it and release it. Amen. Yes, speak it and release it. Amen. Okay, so for Miss Marlene, boom. Brilliant idea, girlfriend. It says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. That's what this whole call is about tonight. What actions do you need to take? What decisions do you need to make? And if you don't know, I am here for you as a resource to help you make those decisions so that you can be successful. Remember this, I always tell my clients this, is that, you know, your success, you know, it's because they're like, oh, well, do you think this will happen? Absolutely, but you have to be willing to put the work in. Most importantly is that my client's success is my success, okay? Because I don't want to be embarrassed out here. So my clients have to leave me and be positioned for success. That is my job, okay? Because you're a representative of me when you go out there, okay? So my client's success is my success, okay? So our next card is for Anissa. So let's see. God, what do you have to say for Miss Anissa? Okay, so two cards came out. The first card is Indigo and Crystal Children, And it says you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. And I think this is in alignment with some of your spiritual gifts that you actually have. That it is time for you to channel that inner child, heal her, nurture her, or whether you have children who have gifts, nurture those gifts. And I think it's time for you to step out of the box a little bit. Your next card is prosperity, and this card says your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. That's exactly what we've been talking about tonight. Absolutely. So our next card is going to be for Miss Yvonne, and then we're going to wrap up shortly because I have a client right after this. So I want to get prepared for my call. Yvonne, your card is sensitivity, and it says you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Put yourself first. Balance that masculine and that female energy. Our next card is for Miss Leanna. Lord, what do you have to say for Miss Leanna? God, what's for Miss Leanna? What message do you have for her? So three cards came out. The first card is passion. It says, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Your next card you got is spiritual understanding. And it says, I am bringing you esoteric informations and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. We talked about that tonight. During this time of winter solstice, you'll be seeing signs and symbols and having dreams that are going to give you wisdom in order to move forward, to make these strategic decisions to move forward in your life, okay? Your final card is victory. And this card says your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith, girlfriend. Our next card is for Miss Valerie. Yay! If these cards are on point for you guys, hit me on the comment box. Let me know. What's up? So Miss Valerie, absolutely. That's for you. Miss Valerie, your card says prioritize. It says, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Remember, we just talked about that tonight. Get your priorities straight. Decide what these decisions you want to make. What actions do you want to take? How are you going to go forward? Okay. Our next card is for Miss Lynette. Two cards. The first card is clairaudience. It says, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Your next card says, remember who you are. Stand in your truth, girlfriend. Balance of masculine and female energy. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Our next card is for Nurse Curves Johnson. Let's see. What do we have for you? These angel cards are on point. If these are on point for you guys, hit me in the comment box and let me know. You got two cards. So the first card says courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. We just talked about that today. The balance of the female and the male energies. Your next card says you are safe. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. Sammy, absolutely, you can have an angel card. And then Miss Angela. Miss Antoinette, did you get your angel card? Let's see. Okay, so you got two cards. The first card is peace. This is for Sammy. It says peace. It says peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Again, TD Jakes, if it doesn't start with love, it won't end in love. The next card is outdoors. We just talked about earth. It says go outside, get some fresh air, recharge, disconnect, girl, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Our next card is going to be for Miss Angela. Lord, what do you have from? Okay, so there we go. So Miss Angela, you got two cards. The first card is divine order. It says everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. Maybe you need to take a step back and reevaluate so you can charge forward. Your next card is claircognizance, and it says pay attention to the thoughts, ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Amen. Marlene says she has 10 boxes of Doreen's cards and have never opened them. I find that these cards are just very on point. They're just, I mean, I pull a card when I'm feeling kind of stressed or have anxiety or whatever, and I just feel like it just gives me some direction on how to go forward. Miss Antoinette, we did pull a card for you earlier. I don't know if you can catch the replay, but I'll pull another one for you. So, Miss Antoinette, leadership. It says it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. And what's cool is like it's this lady on here and it's saying being a leader. So the balance of female and male energy, okay? Yes, Miss Marlene is going to clean and declutter. Anissa has twins. Yes, so they are sensitive children. Absolutely. The reading is on point. Hey, Miss Nicole, happy birthday. Wait, no, her birthday was in April. Okay, happy belated birthday. Good to see you. We haven't talked in a while. I don't know why I thought it was April. Dawnette, absolutely, you can have a card, and then we'll do a general card for everyone in the group and just kind of ask God and the universe to kind of lead us as we go through our week. So this is crazy because I pulled this card from Sammy saying go outdoors, and she said I'm outside right now because she felt like she needed some fresh air. So if the universe ain't speaking, girlfriend, I don't know exactly what to say. It is absolutely speaking. Said get some fresh air, and she's outside getting some fresh air because she felt like she needed it. So Dawnette, absolutely. So God guide us. What do you have for Miss Dawnette? Okay, I feel like I have 3 cards for you. The first one says, beloved one. It says, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationships. Your next card says, hello from heaven. It says, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Your next card says, spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Remember that God's time is perfect time. It's time to take some decisive action. What do you want out of your life? What do you want out of your life? Miss Daphne, absolutely. She said that Anissa said her twins are sensitive, so that card I pulled for her was on point. So absolutely, Miss Daphne. So I have 2 cards that came out for you, Miss Daphne. So the first card says brilliant idea. And it says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Your next card says, you know what to do. It says, trust upon your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. I feel like you're struggling to make a decision. You need to make that decision and make it happen. But I think that decision is about investing in yourself, like something you want. You need to just go ahead and make it happen. Dawnette said that was absolutely on point. I'm going to pull one last card for everyone in the group for God to just guide us and you know, lead us as we go throughout our week, as we wrap up this month of June, like just to give us some direction. And you guys, I want to thank you guys so much for taking like an hour out of your lives to hang out with me for, you know, for us to just hang out and learn about the summer solstice and what the history is behind it. We've all been seeing it, but no one knows, you know, we really don't know what it is. So I just want to take that time to just educate you guys, tell you what's important from an astrological standpoint. Remember, Genesis says, look to the skies for the signs and the coming of the times. So you guys, all these things, science, astrology, spirituality, they are all intertwined, and these are the things that drive our businesses. Remember that every business that someone has was derived from inspiration, you know, from some type of idea that they had, and they were just willing to take action. Every person, you know, a lot of us are saying, oh, I hate my 9 to 5, I like corporate America. Remember, corporate America was an idea that someone had, okay? And every person that works at a corporation, it started off as an idea. You work for an entrepreneur, right, who created a corporation. So either you're going to help someone else build their dreams, or you're going to make that investment to build your dreams. Remember, Google, Facebook, all these companies bring in outside consultants to help them grow their business, right? To streamline things, to help them scale their businesses when they're ready to grow. So in your own business, what are you doing to scale your business? In your life, what are you doing to scale your life? Like, you've got to be, you know, willing to make those investments, but also be open-minded, because sometimes we're not stuck. It's just that we have plateaued and reached that level of where we can go on our own, and now we need help. So sometimes you've got to bring people in to help you out. Invest, invest, invest. So there's 4 cards that I pulled for everyone in the group that I felt that God and universe wants us to be aware of as we go forward on the remainder of our week and in this month of June. The first card is Angel Therapy. It says, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Remember I said, when in the history of worrying has worrying ever solved worrying? Leadership. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So this is the full balance of female and male energy. Take leadership, right? Assume your power and position and lovingly guide others. Female energy, right? The next card is moon cycles. And Yvonne just talked about how she was getting ready for her purging for the full moon. It says, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. And the final card is spiritual understanding. And this card says, I am bringing you esoteric symbols and information and helping you understand spiritual truths. I just talked about that tonight, how in this time of summer solstice that we were going to be having dreams or seeing signs and symbols that would be guiding us toward decisions that we need to make. What decisions do you need to make, and what actions do you need to take? Okay, get your notebook out tonight. Kind of think about that. Are you going to evolve, or are you going to keep repeating these cycles? Okay, I put a link in the comment box if you would like to take advantage of my breakthrough strategy sessions. It's 90 minutes of pure strategy with me. You get a session debriefing 7 days after our session, and you get a 15-minute follow-up call complimentary on me. Okay, I've already put a payment plan in, so there's no excuse why you can't take advantage of that. At least get a roadmap on how to manifest what you want. Okay, all right, you guys, I love you. Have an awesome day. I got 5 minutes until my next client. I'm gonna wrap it together and get prepared. So you guys have an awesome night. Love you. Bye. Oh, one other thing, if you want more info on me, visit me online at www.christinadukes.com. Okay, see ya. Bye.